We begin following breaking news. After 2 years, justice is served for little Codi Bigsby. A jury found his father, Cory Bigsby, guilty of murder and concealing his body.
13 News Now has followed this case since Codi was first reported missing. Tonight, we have live team coverage on the verdict. Angelique, Arintok, and Dan Kennedy are live outside the courtroom. Dan, let's start with you.
As you mentioned, we have been following this story for more than 2 years. When little Codi Bigsby was first reported missing, finally came to an end today with his father being found guilty of second-degree murder and guilty of concealing a body. It took about 1.5 years for Cory Bigsby to first be indicted on those murder charges. But as we found out this week during trial, the evidence quickly started stacking up against him in the early days, in the early stages of this investigation. In fact, today I asked Hampton Commonwealth's attorney Anton Bell, who prosecuted this case, when he knew that he had the right guy.
Actually, early on, when he was over at the police department, there were things that were going on. For instance, we already knew what the search and rescue dog had detected. We already knew that the cadaver dog had already detected a dead body. So we already knew a dead body had already been in that room early on, very early on. And so the question now was, how do we prove it?
Well, they were able to offer up enough proof to get the conviction today. This is the first no-body case in Hampton history and only the fourth no-body case to go to trial in Hampton Roads history. All 4 of those cases ended with guilty verdicts. Angelique Arintok is joining me now to talk a little more about what we saw in the courtroom today.
Dan, you and I saw supporters of Codi Bigsby in the courtroom every day of this trial. Some of them say they went to most, if not all, the hearings leading up to it as well. And after Codi's mother testified last week, they wrapped their support around her. Some people here in the 757 believe justice is served.
He became 757's child.
Codi Bigsby captured the hearts of people in the community and beyond.
We've wanted this for 26 months. And we finally got it.
A jury found Codi's father, Cory Bigsby, guilty of murdering him and concealing his body. After hearing closing arguments from attorneys on both sides, it took jurors roughly 2 hours to come to a unanimous decision. Supporters of the boy let out a sigh of relief inside the courtroom when the clerk read the guilty verdicts.
Oh my God, I wanted to get up and scream, but I couldn't. I wanted to get up and scream, thank you, God. Thank you, Jesus.
Everyone in the courtroom saw Bigsby go away in handcuffs. The judge previously allowed him bond leading up to the trial, but he isn't granting it anymore following Bigsby's conviction. Meanwhile, advocates of the little boy reflect on the multi-day trial.
With all the evidence, he wrote his own confession. No one forced him. He wasn't crazy. That was guilt.
In one version of Bigsby's jailhouse confessions, he wrote about beating Codi to death when he was 3 years old on June 18, 2021. Bigsby reported him missing to police on January 31, 2022. His body hasn't been found to this day, but Hampton Police Chief Jimmy Weidman and the little boy's supporters say they still want the question, "Where is Codi?" answered.
I will not give up on Codi Bigsby.
We came up to some of the family members of Cory Bigsby outside the courthouse this afternoon. For the most part, they did not want to comment. But I asked Bigsby's sister, who took the stand, about her testimony. Yesterday in court, she recalled seeing Codi at a gathering on September 2021, which, Dan, goes against the prosecutor's argument here that Bigsby killed Codi in June 2021. Codi's paternal aunt said she never lied from the beginning, and she isn't lying now.
And Bigsby's defense team also offering very little comment as they left the courthouse today, although when asked about a possible appeal, Bigsby's lead attorney said, quote, "We'll talk about it." As for next steps for Cory Bigsby, he'll be back here at Hampton Circuit Court to be sentenced by a judge on June 18th. He faces up to 45 years in prison. And if that date sounds familiar, it's because it will mark the 3rd anniversary of Codi Bigsby's passing, according to his father's jailhouse confession letter. Reporting live in Hampton for Angelique Arintok, I'm Dan Kennedy.